سبحان الله عدد ما خلق في الأرض سبحان الله عدد ما بين ذلك.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
إن الحمد لله أحمده تعالى واستغفره، وأعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله فلا مضل له، ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل دينه حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك يا رسول الله. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا، إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. وعنده مفاتح الغيب لا يعلمها إلا هو، ويعلم ما في البر والبحر، وما تسقط من ورقة إلا يعلمها، ولا حبة في ظلمات الأرض ولا رطب ولا يابس إلا في كتاب مبين. وهو الذي يتوفاكم بالليل ويعلم ما جرحتم بالنهار، ثم يبعثكم فيه ليقضى أجل مسمى، ثم إليه مرجعكم ثم ينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. وهو القاهر فوق عباده، ويرسل عليكم حفظة حتى إذا جاء أحدكم الموت توفته رسلنا وهم لا يفرطون، ثم ردوا إلى الله مولاهم الحق، ألا له الحكم وهو أسرع الحاسبين. من أراد مؤنسا فالله يكفيه، ومن أراد حجة فالقرآن يكفيه، ومن أراد الغنى فالقناعة تكفيه، ومن أراد واعظا فالموت يكفيه، ومن لم يكفيه شيء من هذا فالنار تكفيه. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we have in the last 3 weeks talking about Surah Al-Asr, and we mentioned the first time that Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu had said, if only one surah in the Quran would be revealed to be sufficient to humanity, would be Surah Al-Asr. 3 verses. Every single one of us memorized it. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. We repeat again, another brother will say, brother, you said that for 3 weeks, why do you say it again and again and again? There was actually a priest one time said a beautiful sermon to his church, and people loved it and came to him, congratulated him. Wow, that was a beautiful, powerful speech. The following Sunday, he made the same speech again. People again said, wow, this is really a good speech. Third Sunday, did the same thing. He kept doing it, and a group of people approached him and said, sir, do you realize that you've been saying the same speech in the last 5-6 weeks? And he said, did you do anything with it? He said, I will never change the topic until I find you take action and do something about it. This is so important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالْعَصْرِ, swear by time. And we highlighted that, we talked about it. Many surahs in the Quran swear by time. وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى, and so on and so forth. Now the question is, A person came to me last week and he said, Sheikh, you give us a beautiful speech. You tell us, that all mankind are losers, and you give us the success ingredient, 5 of them. But how do we act on it? How do we work it? See, a lot of people give an advice. You see, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. But show us what is right and how to get to it, how to approach it, how to do it. None of us, my dear brothers and sisters, are born with a PhD. None of us is born with certain trade, a mechanic or a painter or an engineer or a doctor. Everything in life we acquire, we get it. By going to school, by practicing it, by doing something, but you have to do action. This is the first question you have to ask yourself. And this is so important. Is your life worth anything to you? See, your life is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is billion of sperm to hit one egg, and you were it. So you raced in your mother's womb to hit that one egg to become a human being. So you are born as a winner. Other billions went to the bathroom, gone. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah had honored man. But does man honor himself? That's the question. Do you feel honorable? Do you have an integrity? What is your life worth to you? Have you ever sat down on a piece of paper and said, I'm 20 now, I'm 25 now, I'm 40 now, and it doesn't matter the age. Because as long as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you a breath to live, you should do. وَقُلْ اعْمَلُوا. Act. Do something. فسيرى الله عملك ورسوله المؤمنون ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. Allah in the Quran says, إن الله, indeed Allah, لا يغير ما بقوم. Allah will never change your status. The way you are now, Allah will never change it. حتى, until and unless يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. You have to change yourself. They define insanity. What is insanity? Craziness. If you keep doing the same thing you've been doing in the last 5 years or 10 years, you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect a new results. Something will be better. No, my dear friend, you're going to stay where you are. I wonder when people, I have met so many people. 20 years ago, he was making $10 an hour. You ask him today, he's still making $10 an hour. What is wrong with this picture? 20 years and he's still making the same thing? He didn't gain 1 hour of experience so you can increase your income. 20 years ago, you finished college. How many books did you take? Any self-improvement to become better, to do something about yourself, about your life, about your family? Why the hadith says that none of us in the day of judgment, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us, how did you spend your life? What did you do with your life? What did you do with your youth? What did you do with your money? What did you do with your knowledge? So the question is, as the brother asked me, how do I start? You start, my brother, step number 1. You have to value time. Time is life. Time is so important. We say in Arabic, if you don't use time, time will kill you. الوقت كالسيف فإن لم تقطعه قطعك. So time is, you have to the urgency of time. How many people watch hours and hours and hours of television? How many people play games over and over and over and over? It's like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win what? How many people sit in the cafe smoking shisha or whatever they smoke? What does that give you? Does that advance you in anything? It doesn't. You have to recognize that time is so important, so valuable. And time passes so good. Yesterday I was 20, today I'm 60. How? What is that 40 years ago? Time passes so quickly. Today you got married. A few minutes later, I have children that they are men, and they are married, and they have children. I'm a grandpa. So time is quick, time is fast. So number one, you have to recognize that time is so important. And not only that, every day that passes by, it brings you closer to your end. وَالْمَرْءُ يَفْرَحُ بِالْأَيَّامِ يَقْطَعُهَا وَكُلَّ يَوْمٍ يَمْضِي يُدْنِي مِنَ الْأَجَلِ. Man is happy. I'm 20, I'm 25, I'm 30. He doesn't know that he's getting to his end. So this is number one, is to recognize time. What else? So many people are lazy. They don't want to do anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yeah, all mankind are losers, except, and He gave the five, and we define them. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, faith, have faith and iman and belief. Not just faith in Islam, faith in your abilities, faith that you are part of this universe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given you. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. Allah has indeed created what's in heaven and earth for you. You are the master of this universe. Do you feel you're a master, or do you feel like you're being dragged day in and day out? So, آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. We explained that. So what's the next step to start? You have to sit down with yourself. The Prophet ﷺ said, اعمل لدنياك كأنك تعيش أبدا. Plan for this life as if you're living forever. وَاعْمَلْ لِآخِرَتَكَ كَأَنَّكَ تَمُوتُ غَدًا. And get ready for the hereafter as if you die tomorrow. Balance. But you have to plan. Do you have any plan? Did you ever sit down and write plans for yourself? 5 years from now, I'm going to do this. We'll just go like somebody fall off a ship on a piece of wood, and in the ocean, life is ocean. And the tide, take him left and right. And he doesn't know which direction he's going, what town or whatever he's going to land on, or if he ever land. Just being dragged everywhere. Let me share with you something. Imagine that you never really cooked anything in your life. And then you went to a kitchen. You're hungry, nobody's in the house, and you're really hungry. And you wanted to cook something for yourself. So you find on the kitchen counter a recipe for some good food. Chicken, whatever. And you put it in front of you, and you got the kitchen, and you got the tomato, and you got everything. All the ingredients on the card, you got it. And you start exactly doing this amount, that amount, and you start cooking it. Followed exactly the card, the ingredient card. What happened? You will have an okay dish. You did not just walk in the kitchen, I'm hungry, and just keep putting things on top of each other, and you don't know what you're doing. But you have a direction. You have a card that tells you, you put some tomatoes, this amount, salt, this amount, meat, that amount, rice, that amount, and keep. And then you share it with your family, say, that tastes really good. You don't say, well, it was just magic. It just happened. And let's say they did it again. Follow the same recipe, cooked it the second time. And then the same recipe third time. After a few times, they call it the learning curve. You don't need the ingredient anymore. You don't need the card anymore. It's in your head, and you cook it and you become excellent on doing it. So is your life. Your life does not happen haphazard. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. You have to make the change. And the change, you have to take accountability. حَاسِبُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ قَبْلَ أَن تُحَاسَبُوا. Take accountability for where you are now before Allah will take accountability for you. So if you want to change, if you don't like the way you are, and you want to do something better in the future, you have to take accountability. You have to say, here's what I'm standing. And it's simple. Your hand is 5 fingers. So let's start. We will apply the 5 principles of success as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described. آمنوا عملوا صالحات تواصوا بالحق تواصوا بالصبر. First one, spiritual. We have 5 ingredients in us, 5 components to us. The first one, spiritual. If you don't have Allah, إذا الإيمان ضاع فلا أمان ولا دنيا لمن لم يحيي دينا. If Iman is gone, you have nothing. So what you have to do? You have to check yourself. Where are you today? From spiritual point of view. Do I pray my salah on time? Do I pray every salah? You know, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha? Or do I combine all of them? Or I only pray Friday? Or I only pray in Ramadan? Or I only pray, or never pray until they bring me in a box, they pray, say, oh, let's make dua for him. فَادْعُوا وَمَا دُعَاءُ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا فِي ضَلَالٍ. It's not benefit to you. Because you did not pray. So you take accountability for that. And if you're not praying correctly, how do I pray correctly? So you make a plan. I promise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, take a sheet of paper, right, I promise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's what Allah wants from me, is to pray on time every day. إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ كَانَتْ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ كِتَابًا مَوْقُوتًا. By time, mawqut time again. Time comes in here. And it's prescribed, 5 times, on time. You want to make Hajj. Some people say, when money comes, I'll make Hajj. Yes. But can't you plan for it? Say, Ya akhi, be prepared. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, akhi, listen to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What does the Prophet say? He says, Man hamma bisayyi'atin. Somebody, I'm sitting home, and I thought something wicked, bad to do. فَفَعَلَهَا. And then I acted on it. فَتُكْتَبْ لَهُ سَيِّئَةٌ وَاحِدَةٌ. Allah write it against him, one bad deed. وَمَنْ هَمَّ بِسَيِّئَةٍ. Then I'm thinking to do a bad thing, and then I said, أعوذ بالله, I'm not going to do it. فَتُكْتَبْ لَهُ حَسَنًا. So, if you think of something evil, and I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Allah make it what? A good deed for you. وَمَنْ هَمَّ بِحَسَنَةٍ. Whoever think of something too good, I'm going to visit my brother, he's in the hospital. I'm going to do this, I'm going to be at church. وَلَمْ يَفْعَلَهَا, and he didn't do it. كُتِبَتْ لَهُ حَسَنَةً. وَمَنْ فَعَلَهَا. But if he did it, كُتِبَتْ لَهُ 10 حَسَنَاتٍ إِلَى 700 ضِعْفٍ. So 3 ways to win and 1 way to lose. And you find people manage to lose. How? So we have to say, I have to plan. So if you plan and you don't do it, then get a hasanah. So sit down and say, I'm going to make my salah on time. Within 10 years, I'm 25 now. By my age 35, I'm going to make Hajj. So 10 years from now. If you didn't make Hajj, Allah will give you the ajr, the intention. Remember the man who killed 99 people. And he went to a priest and he said, I killed 99 people. Do I have repentance? He said, no, he killed them too. Make him 100. Then he went to another man and said, yes. Where you are, notice, where you are, where you're standing, the city where you are is evil. Leave it. And move to another city. Go to the city because people in it are better. What is he telling you? So when you check who's surrounding you, what losers in your life sitting with you and dragging you down. وَيَوْمَ يَعَضُّ الظَّالِمُ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ. In the day of judgment, you'll bite on your hand. يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أَتَّخِذْ فُلَانًا خَلِيلًا. I wish I never took this person as my friend. لَقَدْ أَضَلَّنِي. He misguided me. عَنِ الذِّكْرِ وَكَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ لِلْإِنسَانِ خَذُورًا. بَعْدَ إِذْ جَاءَنِي وَكَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ. So, who the people around you, so the guy told them, leave that town, they're evil people, and move. So, who's dragging you down? Who's weighing you down? Who's the loser around you, still holding on to him? And it doesn't matter. It could be your spouse, it could be your child. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِنَّ مِنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ عَدُوٌّ لَكُمْ فَاحْذَرُوهُ. It doesn't matter who it is. You don't want people to weigh you down. You want to move. You want to be free. So you write it down. I want to make Hajj in 10 years. And then you have to sit down and make a plan for it. 10 years? How many months is that? 120 months. How much Hajj cost? 12,000, just make it easy. So I need to divide 12,000 by 120 months. That's $100 a month. Is that too much? No, let's divide it by 30. That's the days. So it's $2.50, so $3 a day. Don't you drink coffee and you pay venti for $5? Now Starbucks raised the prices of the coffee. Used to pay $1.80 for Grande, now you pay $2.10, $2.20, $2.30, $2.40. So it's a cup of coffee. If you have the plan to do it, you can put $3 a day or $2 a day and go make Hajj. That's if you go for $12,000, which is luxurious Hajj. If you go for an average Hajj of $6,000, $7,000, less than that, $1.50 a day. And in 10 years, and if you didn't do it, you save the money. But do you do that? No. Why? Because the insan is lazy. Inna al-insana lafi khusr, khasran, illa, exception, those who plan. So this is spiritual. And many things you can. I want to memorize the Quran. Spiritual. You don't have to say, it'll take me 10 years to memorize the Quran. Make it in 20 years. It doesn't matter. So every year, how many, if you're young, make it in 30 years. So every year I memorize the juz. You break it down. Inch by inch is a cinch. Yard by yard is very hard. So you start, break it down. That's the plan, you break things down. If you want to run 100 miles, you don't just sit over, you take one step, you reach. No, you're going to take one step at a time until you reach the first mile, then the second mile, and then and so on and so forth. That's life, akhi. By the way, we're all going to die, are we? They didn't find a plan yet for somebody to live forever. So, do you want to die as a winner or do you want to die as a loser? It's your choice. You can die as a winner or die as a loser. But you die. When you die as a winner at the end, success إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. This is spiritual. This is just one part of the human. Mental. Do you want to learn something new? To improve on your own abilities? Do you want to learn how to speak Spanish? Do you want to learn how to speak and understand Arabic so you know what Allah, when He talks to you in the Quran, telling you? Many people say, I wish I know Arabic. You're lucky you're born as an Arab. I wish I knew Arabic. Akhi, I was not born as an American. I didn't speak one word of English before I come to this country. But look, what I speak now. Chinese? No, because I wanted to. I want to. So I plan to learn it. So I put myself where I can learn it. So many people, so many Muslim brothers, oh, I wish I could, so many brothers we see, they took the action. Make it as a goal. I want to learn Arabic fluently. Imam al-Bukhari, the best Imam, was the Sahih Hadith. He's not an Arab, he's actually Russian. And his mother brought him she had a goal that her son learn Arabic. She brought him that he became the best scholar in Arabic. And he's not an Arab. The Prophet ﷺ was asked, who's an Arabic person? He said, the man who mastered the Arabic language. That's an Arabic. So it's not you born as an Arab, no. If you master the Arabic language, why do you want to master? Because it's the Quran language. As Allah addresses you. I feel sad when we recite the Quran and my brother says, mashallah, good voice. But he does not know one word he's saying. He might be saying Allah, and I'm talking about the hellfire. Right? So learn, you can make it. I want to speak Spanish because all my employees are Hispanic. If you work in construction, I don't know if I speak English anymore. So make it a goal. In 5 years, I learn Spanish. In 10 years, whatever. But every day I have to learn. I buy a tape, put it in the car. I sit down with my crew, I have lunch with them, I talk to them. What is this? What is this? What is this? Que say so? Que say so? And you learn. That's how you become so powerful. Why Muslims are lazy? Why Muslims are lazy? Sad. Akhi, we need the power. Economically. Do you like to be poor? Do you like to pass by something you want to buy and you can't buy it? You can change that. Nothing you can't learn. You can learn everything. A person working and making $15 an hour and said, man, I can't make more money. I have a friend of mine. He was single, so he's making a few $100s. He was happy with it. Then he got married. And now he has a wife, so his income was not enough. So he always go to our group, our young group, and he will go and ask us, brother, can I get $500? I'll pay you later. So he take from this brother 500. And he go, brother, can I have another 1,000? From another brother, and another brother. Look. Now, he doesn't want to come to the masjid anymore because he owe a lot of people money and he can't pay. So one day I was sitting with him and I said, what do you do on the weekends? I just sit home. And he said, you owe all these people money and you sit home? Isn't that sick? Why don't you work, on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you work like 10 hours and 10 hours, 20 hours. If you make it from $10, that's $200, that's $800 a month, and start paying those people. So you feel bad, you feel good to come back to the masjid. Within a year or two, you paid your debts and do something. Subhanallah, he listens and went to apply for a job. And he was a salesperson. What he used to make on the weekend was 5 times more than he made the whole year. And he was the whole week, and he's an engineer. And in sales, he made more money. Then he quit engineering, he started working as a salesperson. Now his income went from whatever, $30,000 to about $150,000. So you have a plan. Don't accept where you are. So what else can I do? Family, so many things, time is running by. Brothers, we have to change. Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawm. Allah will never change. You can pray 1,000 rak'ah. You can go make hajj. You can make a lot of dua. But if you don't take the action to change, nothing will happen, I promise you that. You have to make a plan. You have to move. You have to act on it. One thing at a time. You don't have to do it all at one time. One thing at a time. If you're financial in disaster, you can focus on finance. If you're salah in disaster, you can focus on your salah. If you're mentally retarded, read something that makes you better. This is what the ability of a human being. Last week we started a class on Saturday. And we said to follow up on success, come inshallah on Saturday and I will teach you how to set goals and how to set plans and how to do that. Wallahi, I prepared everything, and when I came back here, I thought, oh God, I'm going to find 5, 6, 7 people, that's it. MashaAllah, we're about 100 people. I was so happy that 100 Muslim young, most of them young, brothers and sisters came, want to learn, want somebody to show them. We're going to do it again this Saturday, brothers. We wrote a list of what we want, and now we're going to make a plan to do it. So are you really interested in making something out of your life? Or just live day in and day out? The Prophet ﷺ, I end with this. He said, "Man tasawa yawmahu fahuwa maghbun." If yesterday is like today, and today is like tomorrow, and tomorrow like the other day, you're a loser. Look at your life. Was yesterday the same as today? Tomorrow will be the same. Day after will be the same. Same apartment you live in, same income you make, same salah you do, same crabby friends you have. Nothing changed. أخي غير إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Indeed, Allah will not change people until and unless they decide they want the change. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dreams, my brothers, the dreams of tomorrow is the reality of today. Man is a master. We fly an aeroplane. Who made this aeroplane? A human being. We have the tablets or the computers or the iPhone that they can talk throughout the whole world, group or persons. Who made that iPhone? A human being. Our abilities is so much beyond. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tap into your power. You are a special person. Every single one of us is special. Allah has honored him and have a special talent. The key is you have to keep digging inside yourself to find what good about me and how can I advance, not only individually. How do I advance my community as Muslims? How do I advance my nation as Muslims? I was in Washington, D.C. yesterday, and there was on the wall something written. He said, no nation in the world will ever be successful when they waste one of the most treasured things in the world. You know what that is? Human resources. Look at the Arabs. The humans are treated like dogs and worse. Look at the Muslims, same thing. They don't care about human resources. But we have so much power within ourselves, but we need to get it out. We need to act as individuals, as family, as collective. Many people in Ramadan, brother, we need to learn Arabic, we need to learn Arabic, we need to learn Quran. So 2 weeks ago and last week, I said, okay, we have a Tuesday night class and a Thursday night class. I'll teach it myself, which is in Arabic. Give me 3 months, I'll let you know how to read the Quran very well. Just 3 months. Come twice a week. So how many brothers sign up for the class? 0. This is us. I'm happy. I don't have to work hard. If 5 people, or 1 person sign, I will have to work hard every Tuesday. I have to prepare and come and teach, and every Thursday I said, alhamdulillah, my brothers want to give me a break. Same thing happened with the weekend school. Aren't you responsible for your children? They don't know anything. A little kid comes to me, oh, I got my phone. How old are you? 11. Oh, your father is really nice, proud of you to give you a phone at 11. So you can put the word SEX and see wonder. Wait until you drive, then he can give you a phone. But this is the problem. How many people signed for the Arabic class weekend school for our children? 0. We don't plan anything. But tomorrow school is starting, 10 o'clock, 10:30. You're going to find a bunch of people coming. Oh, can I apply? We don't plan anything. That's why we don't go anywhere. We don't learn anything. You have no ability to learn. Not because Allah make us, imbeciles. No, Allah give us brain and mind and abilities. But we don't plan anything. Finally, my dear brothers, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Until we change, until we decide we need to change, and everything we have to learn. You can learn anything. Anything you can learn. Did Prophet Muhammad ﷺ have a coach, a teacher? Yes. At age 40, Allah sent him Jibreel as his teacher. When did Jibreel quit? After 5 years, he got a PhD in Islam. Jibreel continued coming to him until he died, until the minute he died. 23 years is his coach. Who's your coach? Who's your financial coach? Who's your physical coach? Who's your economical coach? Who's your mental coach? Who's your spiritual coach? You have nothing, and that's why you go nothing and nowhere. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم غيرنا بأنفسنا اللهم غيرنا بأنفسنا اللهم غيرنا بأنفسنا اللهم أعنا على أن نغير ما بأنفسنا اللهم أعنا على أن نغير ما بأنفسنا اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم ارحم المسلمين والمسلمات اللهم ارحم أمواتنا واشف مرضانا واغفر لنا ذنوبنا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.